hello there. Hello and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together. I hope that you all are doing well. I hope that all is going well for you. Well, we're at the end of a month. We're at the end of February. This, I think, is the last Wednesday in February. Next month, we would be in March. Next time we meet, I believe we will be in March. At least that's what I think it is. And so I'm so glad that we can get together here and celebrate February. What a quick month. This month, like, sped by. Did it do that for you? It sure did for me. This month went by so quickly. It's amazing. But it has been such a really rich and enjoyable month. So many good things has happened in February for me. I cannot complain. I am feeling very good. And do you see my tulips? Last time when we were together, the tulips were right below. It was Valentine's Day, right? Valentine's Day, right after Valentine's Day, and the leaves were below the glass. But as you can see, they have developed into a beautiful bouquet of tulips. And how exciting to have the tulips here so that I can present them to you today here for our growing together. So that's my show and tell. That's my show and tell. The tulips have bloomed. And that is just so exciting to see the color, the rich red color of the tulips. Hasn't that been fantastic? And I really love this process here. It's called Bloom Maker, and it shows you the process. Hello to everybody coming in on the chat. I'm so glad to see you coming in and popping in. I don't have on my glasses, so I can't read your name just yet. But I want you to see this because, look, that's where we were last Wednesday, right there at the beginning. And then you can see the process. And here we are, just in a couple of days, actually, it has developed. They say 2 to 3 weeks or so that it takes for it to develop. And look at how the tulips have just come through. And it has just made the space look so very cheerful and very ready for spring. I feel the spring spirit just flowing here. And that to the point that I pulled out my Victoria magazines because they are just so spring-like. And Easter is just around the corner. Easter is going to be here at the end of March. Could you believe that? We're going to be experiencing Easter. Let me put my glasses on let me clean them first. Put on my glasses so I can say hello to everybody who's coming in the chat. I'm so glad that you're here in the chat and that you are excited about being here with me in Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together. Yeah, it has been such a wonderful time. Let me see who's come in because you all have been showing up and it makes me so happy. Oh, so Yummy has been waiting. Yay, Yummy. Betty Johnson, hello. Yeah, the both of you were waiting. Isn't that fantastic? Yummy and Betty have been waiting for me. It's so good. Oh, that is so good. Thank you. You make me happy. So welcome to the chat and welcome to this time together. And Sonia's here. Hi, Sonia. How are you? The tulips are beautiful. Thank you, Sonia. Yeah, I'm so glad that you all have joined me. That way I'm not talking to myself. How you doing, Jamie? Jamie, I don't think I saw you last week, but I hope that all is well with you. Yes, we do miss you. Betty's here. Betty Johnson's here. Yes. You're doing well. That's good. That's good. Well, we're here, and so we are I don't know about you, but here in my zone, let me introduce myself to those who are new and who's watching. You've been cool. That's good, Yemi. Um, my name is Catherine. Hello, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home. And I'm here in the Northeast in the Boston area. And my name is Catherine. And right now, we meet every Wednesday at um, around 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to talk about gardening, to share good times together, to laugh, smile, enjoy. And sometimes I do a little show and tell, which I did here today. I began with the showing off of my tulips. And my tulips were given to me by my husband. This container was given to me by my husband for Valentine's Day. So this is my Valentine's Day present. And we had a discussion about this. The fact that sometimes people give you flowers for Valentine's Day, birthday presents, and so forth. But as gardeners, cut flowers are good. But giving you a plant, or something that can last and stretch a little bit, that you can watch grow, is even more exciting. So I really do love this. And it's actually, I think, less expensive to buy this for me than to buy a bouquet of flowers, say to go to the florist and have them make this beautiful bouquet. But this, I get to enjoy and see the process because it is hydroponic. And I also have the container that I can use later on to do my own um, growing of bulbs. And I've actually used this container. This is the second time he has actually given me one of these. And I used it to start some garlic bulbs. I actually put some garlic bulbs at the bottom of it when it was finished, and it rooted, and they grew the garlic leaves and stalks, and I was able to, you could actually use the leaves of the garlic stems and stalk for cooking and garnishing, and it gives that nice garlicky flavor, but also just to see the process of something grow and rooted. And then I actually took the cuttings outside. You remember that video? Yeah, I took it outside. I planted them and they started to grow, but the problem is the location in which I planted them. Not realizing that it's springtime, everything hasn't leafed out and grown up, and they just got smothered by leaves, leaves of other shrubs and other plants that were there that I had forgotten that were planted there. So the garlic didn't really survive, but they would have if I had given them a better location. Yeah, so this is very useful. I love the container, and that's the other thing. You get the container in which you could use as a vase, to put flowers or floral arrangements from your garden. Now, it's not that I don't like cut flowers, because as you know, in the summertime, I loved that, what we did last year when I would cut the different bouquets and put them in the vase, and we would look at the roses and make different floral, arrangements with the cut flowers. And I was looking at that too. Hey, Chloe, I was looking at my book. Remember, this was our guide last year for the cut flower garden? Yeah, and so that's something else that I want to think about also, to start thinking about the cut flower garden. When am I going to grow so that we can have flowers? Hey, Chloe's with us. And I definitely want to grow zinnias, more zinnias. I didn't grow as many zinnias as I wanted to last year. For some reason, things didn't work out as well. However, this year I want to be a little bit more mindful of that. So we'll be looking at this again, probably more so next week on the cut flower garden. But just start thinking about that, what you want to have, what flowers you want to grow in your garden. And last year, it helped me to really know how important it was to have flowers in the garden, um, not just for the landscape, but also to have them cut and for arrangements and have them up close, and even bringing some of them indoors into the house as well, especially later on in the fall when it started to get cold, and bringing in different floral arrangements into the home just help to make the place a little more cheerful. So that's something to think about. Um, right now, I have a kind of like a smorgasbord of different things that I'm talking about, but these are things that I was thinking about when I was thinking about you all and what we need, what should we discuss, what should we talk about. Chloe says those tulips are a lovely sight on this icy thunderstorm afternoon here in Michigan when schools and businesses have closed early. Oh, wow. And I think we're going to be getting your weather, Chloe. Glory, we're going to be getting your weather later on this week or into next week. We're probably going to be getting that same snowy conditions. Because I think tonight into tomorrow, I think tomorrow we might end up getting snow here. And then next week, for the latter part of March there. This is such a transitional time. We get kind of fooled by the weather, especially this week in February. It always seems to warm up and everything seems like spring coming early. And the next thing you know, you're just hit with a snowstorm and something, dramatic like that. So, well, I'm glad I can cheer you up with my beautiful tulips. Yeah, so this is my whole point too with the tulips. This is from Valentine's Day. And because you are a gardener, make sure you remind the people around you that you are, and that you want something that will last, something that you can enjoy. Hey, Monica. Hey, Beverly. How are you all? So good to have you come in and join me today. I believe is this right, the last Wednesday in February? I'm thinking that this is the last week of February. We're Wednesdays, and that next time we meet, we'll be on a Wednesday, but it will be March 1st. Is that true? Let me see. Is March 1st next Wednesday? Because I keep thinking that it is the last. I'm thinking that it's the last. Is this the last week? I don't have my calendar before me. Let me know in the chat. March 1st is next Wednesday, right? So, because I wanted to say goodbye February and hello March. Yes, it is. Yeah. Yes, this is the last Wednesday. This is the 22nd. And I think next week, the 28th is a Tuesday, right? And that March 1st, yes, this is the last week of February. Yeah. Yeah, so we're pretty much saying goodbye February, at least almost, for us here, us gathered together. Next time we meet, we will be meeting in March 1st. We'll be meeting at the beginning of March. So that's why I was thinking, wow, what are the things that we need to start thinking about, that we need to get going on, or pulling together, or start putting it in our radar, that we need to prepare for our March gardens. And there are 10 things to do in your garden in March. That's what I came up with as I was looking through and trying to figure out what are some of the things, and also doing some research on it. And the 10 things to do in your garden in March are one is to start your seeds, to start organizing your seeds and thinking about what you want. Yeah, the months are flying by. That's right, Monica. Isn't that something? It was just January. It was just January. And now February is almost over. It's like, wow. That's why. And that's a plug for my journal. If you do not have a journal, if you don't have a notebook, writing down what it is that you intend to do this year, encouraging you to just either order a copy. You could still use it. It's very, very viable, very usable here. Or you can get a notebook and put your ideas down and your thoughts down and label it and start to jot down. Be intentional about your gardening. And that is the theme of last year and also into this year. This whole idea of intentional gardening. Because the thing is that things, you can have ideas in your mind, thoughts in your mind, and think that you're going to do it. But if you don't write it down and just look at it, even if it's just a word, um, it will help to trigger in your mind, well, yeah, I need to get busy doing this, or I need to get busy doing that. And the thing is that because I have my journal from last year, I could always reference this to say, well, what did I do last year? What was our goal last year? And highlight it and update it with this year's journal. So think about that. They're still available. They're still on Amazon. And I want to say thank you to those who did get their journal. I hope that it's useful. I know that you can make it whatever you want it to be. You could fill it in however you want to fill it in because it is yours. It's your unique thought. And there are a lot of planners in there. And I've been looking at some of the other garden planners. And to me, it's just so complicated. I'm not thinking that deeply just yet. I just want to clear my mind and just have some thoughts. And there are some planners that tell you, well, you need to plant this now, you need to plant that now, or, there's only 60 days to planting this particular seed. And, if you don't do it, and you won't get a harvest. I mean, okay. But just give me a general idea. Let me think about it. I don't want what I don't want for you and what I don't want for me is that my garden becomes a chore, becomes work, because then you lose the pleasure of the garden. My garden still needs to be a place where I can relax, where it is joyful, where I feel a sense of exploration, spontaneity, creativity, imagination, and all of that. So I just need a general picture of what it is that I want to do. And that's why I think intentional gardening is really good for me, because I still want it to be my therapy. I still want it to be my sanctuary where I can change my mind if I want to. But yet, I don't want it to be too wild that there's no clear direction in which I want to have things happen. Does that make sense? Am I making sense to you, or is it just me? I hope that it makes sense to you too, and I hope that some of what I'm saying will help you in organizing your garden as well. I see that a lot of people have popped on and have come into the chat, and I just want to go back and just thank you all, because I love it when you come and join me on Wednesdays. Chloe's here, Sonia's here, Betty's here, Yammy's here. Yep, Monica's here, Bev is here. Monica's here. Gardens are me. Yeah. We're all here. Don't hurt the harvest. Hello, Catherine's Garden and Chat. Yes, it makes sense. Thank you. Hello, Don't Hurt the Harvest. So good to have you with us. Yes, amen. My garden is my place of sanity. Yes, it is. And still, we want to make it beautiful, right? That's the other thing that excites me about the garden too, is that we also want it to be a beautiful space. We want to be able to design it in a way that it is a reflection of how we feel as well, and that we're planting flowers and things that make us happy. And by the way, Um, you know what came in the, you know what came again? This is my second copy of the David Austin Handbook of Roses. They sent me another copy. I didn't realize that I had ordered another copy. They must have me down twice on their list to receive catalogs. And it was such a great surprise to see it again. And this is the Olivia Rose Austin on their cover. And remember last year, I bought this Olivia Rose Austin, Bev. Isn't she a beauty? Yep. Yes, you love to see the bumblebee sleeping on your flowers. Yes. Hey, G Mama Grows, how are you? Nice to have you come join us. Yeah, doesn't that look pretty? This remind me, oh my goodness, this is what I have to look forward to. I need to make sure that we start to get my flower flower shrubs ready, and so that I can get this great look. Hey, Rachel, Brampton Gardens in the house. How you doing? I love that. So when I got this, it just made me so happy. And so, Chloe, I know you said you're getting snow, and a lot of us are, the snow and the cold weather is coming through. Yeah, this is for 2023. And I already received one. Remember we talked about it? They sent me another copy in the mail this week. I was so happy. Snowstorm coming in tonight. Yeah, a lot of people are going to be experiencing snow. So having this catalog, having my Victoria, I pulled out my Victoria magazines just to get me going, so that I can start to feel the spring. Starting, look at that, all of this. It's just so good. I mean, whatever it takes to keep you up and thinking about spring. So that's what I did. I've been doing. I've been pulling things out, and just really trying to get my mind together around this whole new season, because it is right upon us. And so, let me get into it since you all are here with me. The 10 things to do in your garden in March. Well, if there's some things that I'm missing and some things that you think that we need to be doing, remind me of it. You can put it up in the chat and we will discuss it. But welcome to everyone. And those who are new to the channel, come on in on the chat and join us here. We're a very good, friendly bunch of people. And I know that a lot of you just like to watch and listen, but just at least come in and introduce yourself to us, and we could say hello to you. Then you could go back and watch us on the smart TV. I know sometimes it's just easy, and some of you are listening as you're doing your work. You're listening to me chat, which is fine. That's okay. But hello, everyone. It's so good to have you here with me, and you make me very happy. You don't know how I look forward to Wednesdays. And I just let my whole household know it's Wednesday. I can't do anything. I gotta get myself together for my 5:30 crew. Yes, my gardening friends, that we can have a discussion and share the garden. And it just so happens that the time it's getting brighter out. I noticed that around 5:30 or so, there's still light out. It's not as dark as it was before. So soon I'll be able to take all of this activity out into the garden. But in the meantime, we're meeting in my home. And so welcome to my home, everyone. That's why I changed my name from Catherine's Garden to Catherine's Garden and Home, because as you know, I'm in the Northeast, and there are times when I'm going to have to bring all of this action into my home. And so, welcome to my home, Catherine's Garden and Home, where we Grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's garden and home. That's right. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's garden and home. In Catherine's garden and home. You guys are making me feel good. I'm already singing and it's not even the end. Yay! Woo! Well, I guess because we're saying goodbye to February, just getting ready to say goodbye to February. And here we are heading to March. We're looking ahead to the good things coming. Yeah, soon I'll be out on my deck and sharing my garden that way with you. I was like, wait, is she leaving? No, Rachel, just feeling good in my spirit. My spirit's alive. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I know, that's like the theme song for the end, huh? No, it's the middle. I'm feeling good. Catherine, my internet is going on and off because of the weather, and lights are beginning to flicker a little, so I might get disconnected today. Oh, well, I'm glad that you were early. I have what she's having. I have, but I give you my joy. I give you my joy. But anyway, yeah, so this is the tulip, right? This is tulips. For those of you who just come on, these are the tulips that I got from my husband for Valentine's Day in the container. Remember I think it was last week, Tuesday? The Monday he gave it to me. The Valentine's Day was on the Tuesday, and the Wednesday we met, and it was below the glass here, right? It was below the glass here, and then now they have just developed. It's quite amazing how they've just developed like that, and this is so good. And we remember we had the discussion. You're experiencing the weather conditions. Yeah, isn't it something? Well, at least we can meet together and think spring. We too are going to be experiencing those cold weather and snowy conditions here. It's coming across the country, and it will soon be here in the northeast where I am. I think later on, either tomorrow we might get some snow, and into, well, towards Thursday, into Friday. But some of you, because you're over there in the Midwest, you're experiencing it early. But I'm so glad that I can be with you even for this short time, that you can get some joy. Yeah, you see a beautiful pumpkin. Yes, this is my porcelain. This is the porcelain pumpkin that I grew last year. It is still looking healthy and good. And it's looking so good that I brought it and I put it on the dining room table here with everything, because it's just so pretty. And also to remind myself to make sure that I eat it before it spoils, before anything happens to it. But right now, it's still very good, very edible. Isn't it beautiful? And I believe that it's a hybrid. So I saved the seeds though. There was another one that I had, and I cut it open and saved the seeds. But the seeds looked a little different. But I'm saving the seeds anyway. I'm going to plant them and see what I get. But it is such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pumpkin. And this pumpkin is cute, but it's also thick. The meat on this is very thick, and I used half of it. I had another one the same size. I used half of it to put in a dish that I was cooking, but then the other half I made a pumpkin pie with, and it was good. It was really, really good. Yeah, so this is really, really good. Hello, Deborah from Savannah. Hey. Yeah, this is real pumpkin. And it's so meaty. It's like real thick and very meaty. Very good pumpkin seed. It's called porcelain pumpkin, and I got it from Johnny's seed catalog last year. It was really good, and I like pumpkin. So, yep, it's right there. And I believe that, probably by next month, March, I'll probably be eating it for March or for Easter. Easter's coming early in April. Yeah, so I might be ready for, I'm very meaty too. Rachel. you know, you know what? Actually, I have lost weight. Isn't that something? I have lost weight. And yeah, so I'm not as meaty as I used to be, which is amazing. But I can't wait to get into the thing is that I need to exercise. I need to gain strength and stretch. So it's not it's gaining the strength, the stamina, I think. And that's what I miss from the garden because when you're gardening, when you're raking leaves, you're bending, you're lifting, you're walking around. I miss the exercise because I really haven't gotten out much and really been in the house a lot. You're trying to lose weight, Rashawn? You should try yoga. Yeah, you love yoga. Yeah, it's the stretching thing. I think that is what I need. Yeah. Well, you know, it's the consistency. It's the ability to get up and get moving. I think. Yeah. Well, that's good. Yes. Okay. That's good. That's good. Yeah, but definitely the garden is my exercise too. It builds strength too. Oh, that's good. That's good. Um, Deborah's here. Who did I miss somebody? Yes, I'm in the same situation, Miss Catherine. I've lost weight and need to build up my muscles. Yeah. Yeah. So, but that soon will be on its way. That will be happening soon. As soon as we're able to get out in the garden. So, the March is definitely a time for movement and things that we need to do. We'll be out there moving around in the garden. So, hi, Deborah. So good to have you here with us today. And this is, I said, the last week in February for us, and this is the last Wednesday in February. So, the next time I will be seeing you, we will be in March. And so I want to give you 10 things to do in your garden in March to start getting ready for March because the months are going by so fast, as you know, and that we need to get ourselves going. So the first thing is to start thinking about what annuals do you want to plant? Planting annual flowers. To take a visit to your gardening centers and start to see what they have available as far as annual flowers like pansies. And some people have other favorite. What are some of the other favorite annual early spring flowers that you have in your area? I'm in Savannah and it's planting season here. Yes. Yeah. So what are some of the things that you're planting, Deborah? Pansies, what are some of the flowers that we're thinking about? Violas and so forth. Yeah, it sounds nice. Yes. And I think there are some hellebores. Hellebores, I think, are some of the early spring. And then, even in my garden, as I was outside for a little bit and I walked a little bit around some of the areas where I planted tulips, and I've noticed that my tulips are starting to shoot up through the ground, as well as my daffodils. They're starting to show, show little leaves. So spring is on its way. So start to think about what flowers, early flowers that you would like to have in your garden. Zinnias, you're able to grow zinnias already? Wow, wow, that's cool. So that's the first thing. The second thing that you can do, 10 things that you can do in your garden in March is maybe plant trees and shrubs. Like, yeah, so right now, if you were to go to, my tulips and daffodils are doing the same thing. You too, Bev? Yes, yes. This is a great time to actually go and visit your Lowe's and your Home Depot and your gardening centers and see what plants or trees or shrubs are available. No, my home is Virginia, but I'm visiting my daughter. Okay, Deborah. Yeah, I thought you were in Virginia. Oh, so you visited her, you're visiting her in Savannah. Oh, that's good. Um, you want to plant trees and shrubs. It might be good to go and visit this month your Home Depot, your Lowe's, and your gardening centers because you will find there um, fruit trees. The fruit trees are available now, and shrubs. Your different shrubs like your azaleas and so forth, rhododendrons. You start to see certain plants or trees and shrubs that are available for planting. You might want to pick up some of your evergreens and so forth. And think about where you want to plant them in your garden because now's the time to really think about planting trees and shrubs. So that's number two. Number three, the third thing to do in your garden in March is to plant your berries like strawberries and raspberries and like your ever-bearing and your June-bearing strawberry plants. You might want to start thinking about that. Betty says, Home Depot has fruit trees out in Connecticut. I need a dozen boxwoods. I'm hoping I can find sprinter boxwoods. Yes, good. Thank you, Betty. Yes, Brampton Garden. Didn't I read you can get green stalks in Canada? Wow. Now, um, yeah, so think about what I missed the flow on that one there, but nothing in Lowe's yet. Only one sad seed rack. Oh no. Yeah, but anyway, yes, the garden centers are full of garden goods here. Yeah, yeah. So planting berries like strawberries and raspberries, everbearing and June berries. You could either get them as bare roots and start to plant your strawberries in. And now the everbearing are the strawberries that grow, you know, throughout. Or but the June bearing is are the strawberries that bear strawberries or have strawberries in June and in one large lush amount. Am I making sense? Yes. So everbearing means that it's throughout the year sporadic, whereas June means that you get your full flush of strawberries in June. So start thinking about the strawberries. The other thing is the raspberries and blueberries, and you'll see the shrubs there, your blueberry shrubs, your raspberries, and so forth. So you may want to start thinking about what berry plants that you would like to add to your garden. Now I planted raspberries, two different types of raspberries in my garden, but I didn't know if I planted in the right place before. Um, so then think about that. Yeah. So until they have a good sale, okay. Grapes also, yes, and grapes also. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you guys for helping me through this. Number four, also the fourth thing that you could do. So the first thing is think about your annual flowers. The second thing is plant trees and shrubs. The third is plant your berries, right? Strawberries and raspberries, blueberries, and so forth. And the fourth thing is to start veggies from seed. And seed starting is definitely now, you know, something to begin. If you're doing winter sowing, get your winter sowing going, right? In your bottle winter sowing or sowing seeds indoors. Um, and strawberry veggies, start your veggies from seeds like lettuce, spinach, radishes, peas, leafy greens, cool season crops, and so forth. All right? So start your veggies now. And there are some cold weather crops that you can actually start to seed outside in March, direct sowing. But just in case there's a cold snap or something, you can cover them, right? And we'll be talking more about that in March because I will be doing some direct sowing outside, you know, as soon as I'm able to definitely get out there and get things kind of straight in my my kitchen vegetable garden area. Like, you know, those microgreen seeds that I have, and last year how I sprinkled them out in March, and then I was able to grow the brassicas and the mustard greens and the leaves, and use those microgreen seeds to grow baby greens, the baby greens, and create a baby green lettuce or salad. Yeah, and so that's something that you can start to think about if you want to try something like that out. Designate a patch or area in your garden where you can start to grow, you know, your spring leafy greens. All right. So if you're indoors, you can repot houseplants and prune houseplants. And that's where I want to show you what I have been doing, which I'm going to, I lust after plants as well. Rachel, you're too funny. We're really into this between the seeds and the plants, huh? We. So let me get back to this. Now, people, this is very interesting, and I wanted to share this with you. I last year I bought some geraniums, right? I bought the geraniums, and I potted them up, and they grew in the garden. And I decided that I didn't want to start all over again, but I saved the geraniums. And I don't know if you saw that video in which I packed them up in a box and put them away. Well, I went to check on them, and I started to see some green growth in my geraniums. And so I unboxed it. I put them in water, cleaned out the roots and so forth, put them in water, and repotted them. And now the geraniums are starting to come back. You like that? The microgreens I did? Thank you, Chloe. So now my geraniums, so if you have rooted things, go and check them out, like your cannas, your geraniums, and look at my geranium from last year is starting to leaf out. Isn't that fantastic? So I like the plastic here because I'll be able to see how the roots are doing. And later on in maybe April or May, when they start to really grow and leaf out, I'll pull it out, and I will then divide it and put them in two separate pots. But in the meantime, they're already starting to grow. Do you understand what I'm saying to you all? I had some geraniums, right, that I bought last year. I had them in pots. I decided that I wasn't going to just treat them as annuals, but that I was going to save my geraniums. And there's a way of saving geraniums that you put them in a box, and you just clean off the roots and save them, and then you can then put them away in a dark area, and then at this time check them out, see if they're starting to sprout, clean off the roots. It didn't work for you? Well, it is working for me. And repot them, and that way you don't have to start over again from the beginning, but that you can save them from year to year. And instead of having to buy new geranium plants, I am actually, recycling them from last year. So these are two here. I also have some more, but they're in another pot. So that's what I did. And so if you are if you are thinking about that, you can also start thinking about repotting your plants and getting your house plants. If you have house plants, getting them going as well. And then my what is it, the amaryllis bulbs, they are also leafing out too. So I'm just watching them and monitoring them. I really don't have any other house plants, but this becomes like my house plants. The other plants that I have that I've started are, you can see over there, look, that is my fig tree. Do you see the fig tree? Yeah, I have, those fig trees are growing from the cuttings, the fig cuttings. That one, and I have two others. So I have three of them. And they have really, it's been amazing how they have just been leafing out. And it's so good to have the greenery in the house, to have the fig tree leaves. And each day they just seem to be expanding and growing. So check out and repot your house plants and, spruce them up, prune them up, get them ready for spring, and maybe later on in early summer, you might want to take out your house plants and let them get some fresh air out there on your deck or whatever. All right, but just think about your house plants, or even you might want to buy, because I think too they might have some beautiful house plants available that you can buy to add some color and life in your home as well. Yeah, so think about house plants. This is a good time to think about that as well. So that's number 5. Number 6. Now in March, you're going to start to see your perennials coming up. I've already seen like my daylilies starting to shoot up too. The bearded iris are coming up. Like the bee balm will start to come up. The hostas are going to shoot up in March, maybe more closer to late March. But start thinking about your perennials that you would want to dig up and divide. Remember, propagation is another big thing that I want to do this year. I want to propagate a lot of different things that I already have in my garden. And one of the ways to do that is to divide your perennials and put them in different parts of the garden. And when you do that, when they're still young as roots, they actually grow up and grow in and settle in much better. So start to think about what you want to add to cut and divide. And don't be afraid to do that, because things like bee balm, daylilies, hostas, let's see, what are some other plants? Geraniums, the garden geraniums, they're also good to dig up and put in different parts of the garden as well. And that's a good way of stretching your garden and, expanding your garden, with plants and so forth. Free plants, I would say, because you already have them. So dig and divide perennials. That's number 6. Number 7, like if you have azaleas and rhododendrons, in March is a good time to feed them, and also to feed your shrubs like your roses, to start thinking about fertilizing your roses, your shrubs and things. I like to get Miracle-Gro, Miracle-Gro, the shaker, the granular Miracle-Gro, and I just go around and shake it throughout the garden in March. We're talking about things to do in March, and more so like mid-March, end of March, to really start to waken and feed my roses. I start thinking about my roses, cutting back the roses, looking at the structure of the roses, making sure if there are any dead branches and so forth, you might want to start to prune, do some light pruning. So that is feeding azaleas and rhododendrons. That's number 7. Number 8 is to check your irrigation systems and your water sources. Start thinking about how you're going to water your garden, making sure that if you want to start thinking about an irrigation system, now is the time to start thinking about that, because you might want to lay out your your tubes and your hoses and all of that stuff now, so that when everything starts to leaf out, it's already laid, right? So start thinking about and checking your irrigation systems. Those of you that have it, think check out to see if things are working well. And if you want to have an irrigation system, now is the time to think about putting it together. All right. Number 9, to spray and prune fruit trees. And I did that. My irrigation system, I'm not working well. Rachel, 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 you're going to be all right. Okay, baby? You're going to be all right. Number 9, spray and prune fruit trees. Like if you have fruit trees, like this year, actually this week, or was it last week? This week, I actually sprayed my fruit trees. Yeah, with dormancy oil. And I have videos that I did not get together. I did not. I'm going to have to replay this live later in March. Yes, we'll be talking about it. But spray and prune fruit trees, right? I already did that. I didn't prune the fruit trees, but I actually I sprayed my fruit trees with dormancy oil and with dormancy oil. And I have all of the material together. It's just that I have not been able to make the videos. So look out for them. I'm going to show you how I potted up my geraniums and the whole process with the geraniums, and review what I did in the fall and how we've gotten to this stage here now. So that's one video that I need to put together. The other video that I'm going to have for you is the fruit trees. I went out and I sprayed the fruit trees. My plum tree, apple tree, peach tree. I didn't do the fig tree because that's not necessary. What else? My 3 apple trees, my 2 plum trees, the peach tree, the pear tree, and the Asian pear tree. Yeah, I sprayed them with dormancy oil, and I hope that this year that will keep the bugs away, because the plum trees really suffered from aphids, and I did not get the bloom. It bloomed really nice, but no fruit. Not like what I anticipated. The peaches bloomed. I had fruit, but they were infected by something or other. And no, I don't have snow. That was earlier in the week. I picked actually Monday. I think I did it. Monday, we had no snow. Or was it Saturday? Saturday I did. Saturday I sprayed my fruit trees because Saturday, Sunday, Monday, the weather was good and there was no rain. Something like that. Anyway, yeah, I was able to do that. And I think I'm going to do it again in March because I really want fruit this year. And if there are any bugs or hidden things that I missed, the other thing that I need to do is to trim and prune my fruit trees because they're getting really tall. And I'm not going to be able to reach them with the height that they're going at. I want to be able to pick my my fruit. And then also, I might get some apples because I do see the apple spurs. So I may get some apples this year. I did get apples before, but I also had to be aware of the squirrels. The squirrels really helped themselves to the pears and the apples last year. What little I did get. But hopefully I'll be able to Sorry about that. Somebody's calling me right at this moment. And finally, my wonderfuls, number 10, I've gotten to it. 10 things to do in the garden in March. Number 10, to clear the flower beds. Clear the flower beds. And I still have areas in the garden that I need to clear. My favorite spot I have to go and clear because I have crocus that are going to probably, right now, they're probably poking up their heads, wanting to come up, and they are covered with leaves. So now is the time, definitely now and the beginning in March here, to clear all of the flower beds, to rake the leaves and to mulch and to allow the foliage of spring flowering bulbs to poke through. And it will help, and it has helped because in the areas where I do see the tulips coming up, it's because my husband has actually mulched down those areas, and we had cleared those areas. And now, because of the warmth from the soil is uncovered, that we're starting to see growth. And even though it's still cold and snow is still coming and all of that, spring is on its way. Woo! Spring is here. Spring is not here yet, but it's on its way. I know. And March is, it says it. March is such a tricky month, and now with climate change and all of that it's quite, it's just, we're just yearning for this whole process, and before you know it, it's going to be upon us. And I just want to be ready. I know you want to be ready. So it is good to start thinking about, well, what is it that we need to do to get ourselves ready for this next new wonderful month of spring. And when I look at my tulips, I am very excited about this because this is a reminder of what is to come. And it's just adds some color, some life to the home. And there's something about green, leaves and so forth, just touching the leaves and things that makes one happy. Chloe, you're tired of my acting. Well, you don't have to do it just yet, Chloe. Everybody, Chloe says, I'm tired after hearing all I'm supposed to do next month. Well, Chloe, in the meantime, you're still in February. It's still February. You don't have to worry. You can relax right now and just enjoy the time. That's why I brought out my magazines and so forth, and the catalogs. You could still just look and dream, girl. You could just still look and dream. Yeah, look at that. I got my David Austin catalog, and I could just go ahead and dream and look at all the roses and pretend that I'm smelling the roses. Woohoo! Pull out your catalogs. Pull out your magazines. That's why I got myself some Victoria magazines, and these are, you know what I do? I save the magazines over the years just for times like these, so that when I'm feeling, that spring bug and feeling a little melancholy, as they would call it, or something like that I can take it out and take a look at my different things. Just look at the garden party and all of that stuff, just to help me to relax and think of the peonies and all of that. Yeah, and look at all of that. Chloe, hey, everybody, Chloe says, in the meantime, I'm putting out salt for a snowstorm. Don't let that depress you, girl. It's not going to last. This too shall pass. Think about it like that. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. Even though most of us will be going through some form of snow and snowy weather, not like Sonia in California, no, but us that are in the northern parts of the United States and of North America, we may be experiencing some snow to come. But I'm here to encourage you and let you know that spring is on its way. Don't worry. Be happy. These things, this too is bad over here too. It is too, Sonia. Oh, oh well. So she's part of this too. It will pass. It will pass. And soon you will be in your gardens, planting and digging and doing all of these wonderful things. Yes, it is a wonderful magazine. It is. It's very calming for me. And I also picked up my book about the cut flower garden. Hey, Thelma, how are you? I pulled up my book and I'm starting to think about the cut flower garden as well. Yeah, so start thinking about that. And that's about it. Oh, the other thing that I had too, let me see if I can pull it up. The other thing I wanted to tell you, there are, I also saw this article here. What to plant in March, a guide to planting and growing in spring. And so if you want to start thinking about what you want to plant in March, there's celery, carrots, green beans, chives, beets, and broccoli, leeks, jacoma, I don't know what that is, but it looks like potato, parsley, and lettuce, peas, those are some of the plants that you can grow in March. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. I don't know, somebody called me on my phone and they're blocking it. Oops. There you are. Well, my wonderfuls, that is it for today. But grow, grow, grow together. That's right, Sonia. It's time to wrap this up because we are now ending February. We're going to be saying goodbye, February, and hello, March. And by the next time I see you, it's going to be March 1st. Put my last bottle winter flowers. What did you say, Thelma? Out yesterday. Yes, everyone continue to visit Thelma's channel and G Mama Grow's channel and Rachel's channel, and everyone else will watch replay. Yeah, because they are doing really wonderful things, great things in the garden, and just want us to continue to support one another. Remember, also, don't hurt the harvest. Remember, Rambo, I didn't see him tonight, but let's continue to support one another. There are a lot of good gardeners out there, and so let us continue to spread the love. I am really grateful to each and every one of you who have come and joined me here, and you make each month very exciting, and I just want to share my joy with you and encourage you to keep on growing. Let us grow, 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 grow together. And definitely you're welcome to come and join me here at Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. Catherine's Garden and Home. And if you have not joined, hit the subscribe button. What is keeping you back? Come on and grow with us. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. That's right. Come on and subscribe. Hit the notification bell for more videos. Thank you all for coming and joining me here. It has been fun, and we are saying goodbye to February, hello to March. And if you have not visited the website and contacted me and give me your email, make sure that you join our email list. Yep, by contacting me at Catherine's Garden Home LWS .weebly.com, and you should be looking out for an email. Make sure that when you get the email, make sure that you click on it, because I'm going to have a nice little note for you for the month of March. All right, so I'm looking forward to connecting with you through email as well, and give you some more tidbits of how you should prepare for March. Yes. Grow, 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 grow together. Blessings, everybody. Peace and joy. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Stay safe. Those of you that are experiencing the snowstorm in the Midwest, may you be safe. May God bless you and keep you as you go through. Know that this too shall pass, that spring is coming, and just, take out that cup of tea, take out your pictures of your garden, watch those videos, and know that spring is on its way. Yeah, and that we're here for you. Well, anyway, thank you so much, Beverly, Deborah, Monica. Have a wonderful, blessed night, everyone. Grow, 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 grow together. Thank you, Monica. Yes. Sonia, thank you for monitoring and keeping us on track. Thank you, Rachel, for coming as well. Yes, my crocus have bloomed. Yeah, already, Thelma? Wow, that was quick. Yeah, you guys are good. Chloe, everything's going to be all right. Yami, thank you for coming on. Thank you, Betty. Thank you, everybody. Yes, you all are wonderful. Thank you, Bev. Gardens are me. And have a wonderful evening. And those who are watching the replay, thank you for watching. Make sure that you hit the like button. And see you next time right here at Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right, at Catherine's Garden and Home. At Catherine's Garden and Home. Yeah, yeah, at Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. Yeah, grow, 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 grow together. In Catherine's Garden and Home. In Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. In Catherine's Garden and Home. Bye. Have a good night, everybody.